So we're going to start off this stream by talking about the fact that reports are claiming EA has canceled, I repeat, canceled their upcoming basketball game. Just a month ago, we were excited here on this stream to see EA bring back some type of basketball competition to NBA 2K, because one of the biggest problems in the sports gaming community is a lack of competition. Some of that is due to the licensing issues. Some of that is due to the fact that some people just don't want to compete anymore. And last month, EA announced that they were working on a college basketball game, and a lot of us got excited because we figured, well, if this college basketball game performs well, maybe they'll bring back NBA Live, or they'll reboot NBA Live under a different type of name. So in my opinion, I thought the college basketball game was going to be a beta test to kind of gauge how people feel about a competitor to 2K, even if it was college and it wasn't NBA. Well, I'm here to let everybody know there's no longer anything to be excited about, because it would seem that EA cut the wings off before the bird could even take flight. According to Insider Gaming, EA Sports has walked away from developing its own college basketball game. First reported by Matt Brown of Extra Points, EA's decision to no longer move forward with a college basketball game comes from schools deciding to move forward with 2K's competing proposal. So that means the rumor is true. If you don't know what the rumor is, there was also literally like 2 days after the report came out that EA was working on a college basketball game, a rumor came out that 2K was coming out with some DLC for NBA 2K, which would be a full-blown college experience, and they were going after colleges to be in their game. So if this report is accurate, that means EA saw what 2K was doing, which was competing, like, to be honest, they should. EA saw that they would have competition in the college space, and they said they don't want to compete. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why niggas hate EA. They just want to make a quick buck. You guys don't want to. They thought, oh, if we put out a college basketball game and the lane is wide open, there's no competition, we should be able to print a few dollars. Now 2K hopped in the lane and said, you got to compete. Now they want to back out. I'm not going to lie. Shit kind of pussy to me, especially considering the fact that EA is one of the richest companies in the fucking gaming sphere. Shit is crazy. Brown obtained a memo from EA Sports Vice President of Commercial Partnerships and Licensing, Sean O'Brien, then went out to licensing directors at schools and conferences. In the memo, O'Brien made the announcement that EA will be rescinding its original proposal. Given there are some schools choosing to accept the 2K Sports proposal for inclusion in NBA 2K, the offer to be included in college basketball video game will unfortunately have to be rescinded, O'Brien said. Everyone at EA Sports is disappointed that we all couldn't find an acceptable path forward, but we appreciate your support in trying to bring a standalone college basketball game with all men's and women's division institutions and student athletes, conferences, as well as NCAA in a way that fans have told us they want. We really appreciate your support. Man, this whole statement is... This is why I don't support 2K. No, I'm not going to get mad at 2K for this. 2K did, unfortunately, I can't believe I'm defending them, because it's fuck Ronnie and fuck Mike Wang. But 2K did what they were supposed to do. This is capitalism, right? Free market, right? They saw the competition wanted to do X, Y, and Z. They said, nah, well, on our watch, we're going to show and we're going to show up and we're going to compete, which would have made both products better. So what they were doing was actually a good thing. This is on EA. They said, oh, the Big Ten, the SEC, all these other conferences, you guys want to be in fucking 2K? Well, you can't be in our game. Matter of fact, we're not even going to make a game anymore. Like, nah, we can't excuse that behavior. That's pussy shit, bruh. Like, what are we talking about? That sounds to me like they're scared of competition. That's not 2K's fault. And that also says to me that this game was going to be ass. Because there was, if your intention was to make the best college basketball game on the market, who gives a fuck that fucking Louisville will be in the 2K game as well as the fucking EA game? Who cares if mechanically they are two different games? If the EA product is better, that's the one I'm gonna play. If the 2K product is better, that's the one I'm gonna play. I thought 2K was trying to do an exclusivity sign with the big teams. It didn't say nothing about this in the article. Now, if it is an exclusive deal, that would make more sense, but it's not saying that in the statement. It sounds to me like they just afraid to compete. As of publishing, EA is yet to make a public statement on the decision. Should that come, it will be added to the story. What happened to EA Sports College Basketball? They announced it on June 30th with the simple teaser on social media. Like, y'all should have never announced this shit if y'all was gonna fucking kick the bucket the moment y'all got a little bit of static. They said, oh man, we gotta race somebody. We just wanted to show you how fast we were. We didn't actually want to race anybody. Like, what the fuck? 2K asked for a non-exclusive. So 2K wasn't trying to do an exclusive license. It was just straight up competition then? Yeah, duck in the fade. Duck in the fade. I can't believe I'm defending 2K right now. Nah.
Get more subs than that?
Shout out to Jiggle Them Balls with the get the subs.
The fuck I'm supposed to do with
EA
this?
knows better? Nah. The only way you can get better is if you put something out, and if it's not good and you don't stick the landing, you reiterate and you continue to improve on it. But this says to me they never had the intention of making a product that we would all love. This says to me they saw a market that was wide open and they wanted to take advantage of it, knowing that we were thirsty for competition. But this could have been another NBA Live 14, 15, 16 all over again, bruh. All over again. Yo, shout out to Interstellar with the $10 super chat. He said EA is going out sad. Going out sad. Yeah, they scared because they should have expected 2K to do this. Yeah, they heart went in it. That's unfortunate to hear. So, I mean, if anybody was looking forward to this, it looks like it's not going to happen. I wish EA would just sell the license to NBA Live to like a company that wants to make it or something. If anybody from EA ever hears this, man, stop being a pussy, man. You only miss shots you don't take. Why not let that shit fly? Compete. Fucking compete, bruh. Fucking compete. That says to me, it makes me wonder before I move on. It makes me wonder if EA would quit making soccer games as well as American football games if competition came along and it stiffed arm and ate into their market, right? Because, I mean, there are other soccer games on the market, but the reality is there aren't. Nobody plays those other games, like that Konami football game. Nobody play that shit. They're all bad games in comparison to the FC shit that EA puts out. So it makes me wonder, would EA stop making those soccer games if they had stiff competition? Would they stop making Madden if it had stiff competition? I think this is especially egregious coming from the company that bought the exclusive license to the NFL. You guys made it so nobody can compete with you. You guys put out a shitty product every year, and then you get mad when somebody wants to compete with you, and they're not even trying to buy out the exclusive license. I can't believe this, bro. How about Rematch? Is that game still doing well? I don't know. I know there was 1 million players on there month one, so I mean, the sales must have been good. Either way, they made money off of it. You could tell that much. If 2K into the market, maybe Pro Evolution Soccer used to be good, but man, it's ass now. Yeah, Pro Evolution, that's what I was thinking about. Man, pussy. That's all I gotta say about that shit. Fucking pussies. In Grand Theft Auto 6 news, the video game that's supposed to come and save gaming next year, because apparently there's not enough games to play, even though Silk Song just came out and is breaking records, as well as Chrono Song, as well as Metal Gear Delta, as well as Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming. Also, word on the street is Ghost of Yote codes are out in the wild. I know people who are playing it right now. Borderlands 4 is coming. Still have Expedition 33. Wu-Chang, not my cup of tea, but somebody's playing. I mean, there's just too many fucking games. Too many fucking games. But according to the people who only play Madden and 2K and FIFA, yeah, Outer Worlds 2, Grand Theft Auto 6 will be the savior of gaming. And now there's an article that's coming out professing that GTA 6 is the first, is that how you pronounce it? Quintuple? The first quintuple A game, not triple A. Not 4, but 5 quintuple A game, industry veteran says. Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6 stands alone as the first quintuple. I can't even say that shit with a straight face. Quintuple A game. According to Devolver Digital's co-founder Nigel Lawry, he said in an interview that nothing can touch the GTA series when it comes to the scope and the scale of the popular open world crime series. I don't know if I disagree with that. I don't know if I don't know if I agree with that. Scope and scale. There are plenty of open world games that can match the scope and I'd argue Grand Theft Auto can't match the scope and scale of Elden Ring. Like, what are we talking about here? Elden Ring was an open world game where there was something cool to explore and something new to see in every inch of that fucking map. So in terms of scope and scale, I don't agree with that. Popularity. Now, popularity, that's different. Yes, I would agree with that if that's what he meant. of popular open world crime games. I mean, there are AAA games and there are quadruple A games, and I'd argue, first of all, there's only one, and it's called Shit and Bones. He said open world crime games. It does say yeah, you're right. It does say open world crime games. Even still, I don't think that statement stands. There are plenty of, if we're talking about strictly scope and scale, there are plenty of open world crime games on the scale of Grand Theft Auto 5. Like literally every clone. Where we're talking about Saints Row, or we're talking about what's the one that motherfucker was complaining about they need to make more of, but nobody bought it? Sleeping Dogs. Yeah. Every Ubisoft game ever made, Cyberpunk. Yeah, I'd argue Cyberpunk is bigger in scope and scale than fucking Grand Theft Auto. Like, what are you talking about? That's it's just not a true statement. I don't think y'all play games. Mind's eye. I don't know about that. Just Cause, yeah. Words have meaning. I think what he meant is popularity. I mean, there are AAA and quadruple A games that argue that Grand Theft Auto is the first potentially quintuple. Is that how you say it? Quintuple A game? It's just bigger than anything else, both in scope and scale of the game and kind of the cultural impact that has the attention it demands. So yeah, he's arguing popularity. And I would agree with that. In terms of popularity, GTA is in its own land, but scope and scale, like those words mean something. And that's just not true in terms of like the scale of the game. But in terms of popularity, yeah, I think he's mixing and matching stuff. Also, AAA games, what makes a game AAA is the budget of the game, like not the popularity. Like Expedition 33 wasn't a AAA budget game. That was their first game they ever made, but it was popular. Like, what are we talking about here? Sounds like a Donald Trump quote. Yeah, this is gonna be the biggest game ever in the world. Before this, Ubisoft referred to Skull and Bones as a quadruple A game, a comment that led to many memes and jokes. Laurie commented on Grand Theft Auto 6 against the backdrop of Devolver considering whether or not it would delay some of its games to get out of the way of GTA 6 when it was planned for a 2025 release. He said GTA 6 was blinding when it came to the calendar. It remains to be seen if Devolver will delay any games due to GTA 6. In a cheeky social media post, the company said it would in fact launch a game on the same day as GTA 6. Devolver recently delayed Baby Steps due to Silksong, and while some have questioned that decision, Laurie said that he didn't want to gamble with people's livelihood. Shout out to Reggie Wolf with the sub, appreciate it. Which do you think they'll snub Expedition and keep it in the indie category to let another game get Game of the Year? Nah, I don't think it'll get snubbed. You can't A/B test reality, he said. Yeah, especially when it comes to money and people with jobs and shit like that. Maybe Baby Steps would have just been fine September 8th. It could have been, but am I willing to risk the team's livelihood in the future of the game they've worked on 5 years to see if they'll both work out? I'm not. And I also want to listen to what they want, and what they want is to have their own spotlight, and I couldn't agree more. That's smart. You should get out of the way when Grand Theft Auto is releasing. Hey, considering what happened today, not competing with Silksong was a good move. True. Going back to GTA 6, Adam Lee, the CEO of marketing platform GameSite, told IGN that GTA 6 has an outsized effect on calendars and planning on video game companies. I would say that GTA for the last year and a half has been part of almost every conversation around launch dates I've heard. Basically, Grand Theft Auto 6 is the boogeyman. If you heard the word on the street that Grand Theft Auto 6 might come out this month and your game's coming out, you better fucking move it, man. You better fucking move it. GTA 6 is gonna break the internet. I don't know about break the internet. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not bigger than the internet. Nah. That's not gonna break the internet. When them Epstein files come out, that's gonna break the internet. I don't think it'll break the internet. What I do think it will do is it's gonna feed families if the game is good, because I can't stress this enough, and I'm not, please listen to what I'm saying. I am not wishing failure upon Grand Theft Auto 6. I hope all you niggas' dreams come true in the T Grizzly server on Grand Theft Auto 6. I really hope. I'm not a big Grand Theft Auto fan, but I actually genuinely really hope that this game is as good as you niggas hope it is, okay? But there is a possibility, I'm just gonna put it out there. There is a possibility it doesn't live up to the hype. Let's not forget what happened with Kingdom Hearts 3, guys. He said, what Epstein files? But if it is, I'm leaning towards it's probably gonna be good. If it is good, At bare minimum, I think it's going to feed families because it's going to launch a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of streaming careers. You know, people going to be on the T Grizzly server dropping their mixtapes and shit like that. So but I don't think it's going to break the internet. Like the internet's not going to stop because of fucking Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know about all that. You're still talking about that shit? I mean, the amount of hate it would get if its ass would still feed families. Nah, that's facts, Jay. That's facts. Whether it's good or it's bad, it's gonna feed families. If it's good, it's because you're gonna be able to create cool content off of it. But I also predict kind of what he's saying. If Grand Theft Auto 6 is bad or it's a disappointing Grand Theft Auto 6 would be like a 7 out of 10. If it's a 7, a 7.5, we're like, this is cool, but was this worth the damn near 20-year wait? I don't know. It feels kind of safe. If it's super safe, like Spider-Man 2, oh my God. Those YouTube channels that always talk about gaming is dead and all this other shit, they're going to dunk on this so hard, and people are going to eat off of that as well. So yeah, people are going to eat off Grand Theft Auto 6. That's why I'm not buying into the hype. I got to see some gameplay first, man. I got to see some gameplay. We'll see. We're hoping for the best. But we're talking about a game coming out in 2030. It's supposed to come out next year, guys. I don't know about 2030. Yeah, that's what I think it'll be. Just underwhelming. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 will either be a good game or it'll be underwhelming, but I don't think it'll be a bad game. I don't think it'll be like a 5 or below. I just don't believe that'll happen. But like, there is a possibility where Grand Theft Auto 6 is a 6 or a 7.5. Like, it's just an okay game where it's like, I kind of played this. Like, because in my head, I'm trying to wrap my brain around how do you make, you know, the mission structure of the 6th iteration of the game, which this is not even the 6th game if you count the PSP games, the Game Boy games. Like, you know, this is like the 15th game in the series. How do you keep that formula interesting, especially after what happened with Saints Row and shit? But it's got to be at least a 9 or more. Do you think people would call it a failure if the average review score was like an 8 out of 10? Do you think people would call that a failure or like a dud? That'd be crazy. The first 8 out of 10 failure. I don't think people would call it a failure, but I think people would move on faster than we would think. Shit, even the PS2 games were numbered. Yeah. They'll call it a failure. I see this chat is 50-50 on that one. They also got to sell nostalgia. Well, I think that's what sells Grand Theft Auto in the first place. A lot of people grew up with it. A lot of generations. I think the reviews will glaze it. They'll probably be, yeah. I feel bad for the people that are going to have to review Grand Theft Auto 6, man. Ooh, you know why? Because with Grand Theft Auto 6 could be fucking ass. It could come out and run like dog shit. It could be boring. The mission structure is repetitive. The story's not interesting. The online is laggy. Like, it could legit be dog shit, right? And the reviews will be 100% accurate and reflect that, like, this was disappointing. But when those reviews come out, if they were to say it's ass, people wouldn't believe it because people love Grand Theft Auto so much. People would not believe that shit. There goes IGN again. You can't spell ignorant without, so you can't spell IGN without ignorant without IGN. That's what they say. Yeah, it's too much ingrained. So I feel bad. I feel bad for the reviewers because it's like, oof. What if, like, I think the worst case scenario for Grand Theft Auto 6 is a 6 or a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. That range. Just kind of average, right? If you're a reviewer and you get Grand Theft Auto 6 early and you want to give it a 7, oof, you're going to be tossing and turning this. Because you know, I'd probably put my Twitter account on private because you know they're going to put your name on that article. They're going to put your name on that video review. I put my Twitter account on fucking private, bruh, for at least 3 months. And then you could come back 3 months later and be like, this game's like that. I told you. I fucking told you that, bruh. Because people aren't going to believe it. People aren't going to believe it. But I'm not going to wish that. I'm not going to wish that upon the game. Please don't take that. I'm just putting scenarios in the air. This game is so impactful. Something funny is going to happen. Something interesting is going to happen, I think, at bare minimum. The only bad GTA game was the definitive edition, the remasters. Yeah, I would say I agree with that. Yeah, those definitive editions. I agree with that. That being said, though, I think Grand Theft Auto was not new. It's not fresh anymore, especially because Ubisoft has worn out the Grand Theft Auto formula. That's where Ubisoft got the open world formula from. Ubisoft has worn this fucking formula out. That's what made Elden Ring feel so fucking refreshing. So I think what Grand Theft Auto was battling against is it no longer has the ability to ride the success of the previous titles. It has to innovate. It has to create something interesting. It's gonna sell regardless because it's popular, but will people stay on them servers? They're only going to stay on them servers if this game is innovating and pushing boundaries and is really that cool and interesting. But if it just rides the coattail, yeah, the novelty's gone. You know, that wave they rode from Grand Theft Auto 3 to like San Andreas, or even like 4 to like 5, like you couldn't tell nobody because it was new, it was fresh. It's not new anymore. We've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 for fucking 15 years, damn near. There was a picture fucking iPod King Carter posted when Grand Theft Auto 5 first came out. His son was like in fucking diapers. Now he's a damn near grown man. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. You know, we're gonna be talking all about it. I will say this much. If this shit comes out, boy, I will be looking for, if this shit comes out and it's ass, I will be looking for tweets of niggas having mental breakdowns and shit on social media. I just can't believe Rockstar would do this. Because people act like Rockstar cannot do anything wrong. They fucked up that Red Dead Redemption 2 online. They are capable of fucking up, okay? I will be looking for every screenshot on social media of motherfuckers having mental breakdowns because they favorite game ain't good, as if there's not a million other games to play. That shit's gonna be funny. I disagree. If they put enough clothes and pretty graphics, the 2K Madden boys will play it forever. I don't know, man. The 2K Madden boys are getting older. You know, people got more kids, more responsibilities. You know, being on the T Grizzly server at 17 is not the same as being on the T Grizzly server at 32. That's real. So it's like, in order to like, I feel like in order to keep people on the game till 3 a.m., because the average gamer is 35 now, the game gotta be fire. The game has to be fire. Facts. I think the leap in graphics alone will keep people playing. That'd be crazy if it really is just that simple. He has a point. They buy the same game every year. You're right. I can't even try to put myself in the mind frame of somebody who buys that shit every goddamn year. But it is what it is. Either way, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Grand Theft Auto is fucking funny to me. New Batman Arkham game on the way, but it's not what you think. A Batman Arkham Shadow sequel will be entering development soon, according to comments of the voice actor. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is the Batman title every player is looking forward to at the moment. However, there might be another title soon entering development that will feature the Caped Crusader. The game in question is the award-winning sequel to Camouflage and Oculus Studios VR game Batman Arkham Shadow. That's right, the first-person VR Batman game that came out like a year or two ago. That is getting a sequel. Batman Arkham Shadow sequel will begin development soon, spotted by Upload VR. The voice actor for Commissioner Gordon confirmed Batman Arkham Shadow sequel during an interview with Culture Combine. Mark Rolston is the voice actor for Gordon in Batman Arkham Shadow, who is also known for playing characters like Norman Osborn in Marvel's Spider-Man, Lex Luthor in Injustice: Gods Among Us, and many more. During the interview, Rolston was asked about how it is different working on games like Blade Runner and Spider-Man 2. He revealed that with Blade Runner, he was only doing voiceover, whereas Spider-Man, he had a complete motion capture, voice, and everything, so he was full-blown acting. Rolston also added that he has done the same for the Batman Arkham Shadow VR game, revealing that they're about to start another one of those. No other details were revealed. It sounds like he accidentally revealed that shit. I personally don't care, but I mean, for all 5 people in the chat who got an Oculus Rift, or whatever they're calling it this month, what, the MetaQuest 3, 4, 5? I don't know. I can't keep up with it. The Mark Zuckerberg device. Whoever got the lizard government device on their face right now watching the stream, new Batman game is coming out so you can continue to live your legacy. They're doing everything but we got Lego Batman Arkham. We got Batman Arkham VR. We're getting everything but fucking Batman Beyond. What the fuck? Everything with Batman Beyond Arkham. Did you see the trailer for Stranger Than Heaven? Nah, what's that? What's that? Gotta get more DC characters. I'm saying, bro, there's other people in the fucking in the DC universe. In positive news, Hollow Knight Silksong, the long-awaited game, has released today, and there were reports coming out that this shit crashed Steam servers for like a couple hours. It's selling like hotcakes. Over 500,000 people in game playing the game for a single player game. This definitely sold millions. So, you know, this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. These people went out and they supported their game. Not like the niggas who sit on the internet and talk about gaming is dead, but then don't buy the games they claim to miss, right? The people who, you Silk Song niggas are annoying. You're up there with Fallout New Vegas niggas, as well as Bloodborne niggas. But you guys actually go out and buy and support what you like. So I gotta give you a W. I gotta give you a, yeah, and it's only $20 as well as it's on Game Pass. What's the word on the street? Who's playing it? Are y'all enjoying it? I know it's on Game Pass. I might download it and give it a try, just because y'all hyping it up so goddamn much. Silk Song is the GTA 6 of indie games. It's fire. I'm enjoying it. Big W for them. Yeah, it's good. Y'all actually buy games, and I gotta commend that. Yeah, I gotta commend that. The Silk Song community actually buys games, unlike PlayStation niggas. I'm back on y'all ass. I'm back on y'all ass. I'm back on y'all ass. See, here on this stream, I like to talk about how PlayStation niggas love to sit in fucking Twitter spaces and talk about how PlayStation is the greatest platform of all time. They've got all the best exclusives, but the only thing niggas buy on PlayStation is Xbox games for some reason. The best selling games on Xbox are fucking Forza, Grounded. Niggas like riding flying ants and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Well, some new data has came out that I saw on my timeline. And according to this report, Helldivers 2 has sold more copies on Xbox in the first 6 days than it did on PlayStation. PlayStation published Helldivers 2 on Xbox on the same day as Gears Reloaded. As of yesterday, 6 days after the launch, Helldivers 2 landed 926,000 copies on Xbox, almost a million. The pent-up demand for this incredible game speaks for itself. In fact, the PlayStation version has only sold 633,000 copies in the... I'm never gonna stop slandering you niggas, bruh. That PS5 is a Blu-ray player. These are the same people that say there's no games to play. Y'all play Xbox games on PlayStation, and y'all play Netflix and Hulu. I don't know why it is the way that it is, but this says to me that the majority of the Helldivers community up until the Xbox version came out was probably on PC. I was thinking that this had a big PlayStation community, but nope. Xbox niggas is waiting for this shit, bruh. We play games here at Xbox. Yeah, Xbox niggas don't be sitting in Twitter spaces. They don't be on fucking, what's that other shit? Clubhouse, running their fucking mouth, bruh. It was the Halo skin pack, whatever it was. Niggas bought it. Niggas bought it. They supported what they like. PlayStation niggas just be talking. They just buying non-stop microtransactions in fucking Fortnite, V-Bucks, Roblox bucks, whatever the fuck that shit is called, bro. Xbox players are too busy playing games. Y'all not beating these allegations, man. PlayStation niggas is not beating these allegations. I have it on both systems. Damn, nigga, you rich, bro. Drop 5 subs in the chat to prove it. Yeah, what the fuck are you typing in the chat, bro? That shit out of here. The new Street Fighter movie lands in theaters next October. We got some information on the Street Fighter film. I won't lie though, for Helldivers when it first came out, that probably made people drop it for the damage. The new Street Fighter movie has been given a release date of October 16th, 2026. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Sakurai is directing the project, and a few generic plot details have been disclosed. Shout out to Afro Sparta with the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it. I feel like I'm dead ass one of the few PlayStation owners that actually plays their games. I will be, you know, the slander will be top tier. Hold up, what's this? You know, the slander will be top tier when Ghost of Yote comes out, and that's not one of the best selling games on PlayStation this year. I'm gonna be on y'all ass, bro. I'm gonna be on y'all ass. Y'all better buy Ghost of Yote. I better not see Roblox and fucking Fortnite at the top, Call of Duty at the top of the sales the month Ghost of Yote. At least the month the game comes out. Can that be number one? Because them pre-orders was not looking good. 3 different versions of 2K was at the top of the pre-orders over Ghost of Yote. What was I about to say? The story will be set in 93, a nod to the year Street Fighter 2 was released in the arcades, and will have familiar characters from the game uncovering a deadly conspiracy in the midst of all the street fighting. You know, yeah. Like I said, the PS ponies are nothing but casuals. It seems safe to expect a fair bit of camp in the Street Fighter project, and that bears out in some of the casting. Andrew Koji will play Ryu, and he's also had several past action roles such as Bullet Train in the TV series Warriors, so that feels like a solid choice. Yeah, we know about these edges. I don't care. That's all there is about this shit. October 16th. That's not interesting to me. I will wait for a trailer. I don't pre-order games anymore, but I really hope Yote is good. I feel that. They cast in wrestlers in this movie. I hope this shit is good. I don't know about this one, man. Yes, I know about Marvel Rivals on PS4. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about how they revealed Marvel Rivals is coming to the PS4, but I do have an update. We talked about how Marvel Rivals is coming to the PS4 yesterday. I actually got I found some leaked gameplay on my For You page, a TikTok. There is leaked footage of the PS4 version of Marvel Rivals. So if you're on the PS4 and you're looking forward to it, here you go. You like how it sounds like a jet engine in the background? Looks like a fun experience to me. You talked about the dying beast. I'm hyped about that. Nah, I'm not playing that. I'm good off that. Is that Piccolo? Wait, what? Piccolo, where? So yeah, that's what y'all got to look forward to on the PS4 version. Nice little 12 frames. Yeah, I know the Dying Light shit. I'm not playing that. In your opinion, do you think Hideo Kojima is the Jordan Peele of gaming? I just finished Death Stranding. You mean like somebody who makes eclectic things? It's hard to say. Maybe on a mainstream level, sure. But it's kind of hard to say he's that, for the simple fact there's so many indie games that a lot of people don't play. Not even indie games. There's so many AAA games that are really dope and eclectic that a lot of people didn't play. What's the Xbox 360 game I always bring up? That shit was a mind fuck. The third person shooter that's about PTSD. What is that shit called again? Spec Ops: The Line. Yeah, that's a more eclectic, like thought provoking game. They don't get their flowers for that shit. So like, maybe on a mainstream level, I'd say, yeah, Kojima, but is he like the only one making unique experiences? No. The problem with being unique is most people will never appreciate it because most people are sheep. And the worst part about the sheep is they are loud and most of the time they are wrong. But the thing about a sheep is you can't tell them anything. Only the person they follow can tell them anything. So yes and no with the Kojima. Yes and no, sort of. What'd you link here? Sony Pictures CEO says you can't make a bad movie after most of the Spider-Man spinoffs flopped at the box office. There was a period of time where anything superhero was almost guaranteed to do well. Now they have to have a degree of originality. What is he bitching about? They got to make a good movie? First of all these movies fucking suck. All those movies were doing good because they were good for the most part. I think during the original MCU run, the only movie I can think off the top of my head that was like straight up ass, but benefited from coasting off the success of other MCU movies was Captain Marvel. And that's only in hindsight. Because I'm guilty of like, oh, Captain Marvel's coming. So like I went to see the movie. Oh yeah, Thor 2 was ass. Thor 1 was okay. But even me, I was like, yeah, Captain Marvel's coming. I'm excited. I didn't give a... If you go back, I watched Captain Marvel, the first one, a second time. That movie's terrible. Like, so like there are a few MCU movies that rode off the success. But for the most part, the original Infinity Saga was pretty consistent. It was pretty good. There were more hits than misses. I'll say that much. Yeah, Iron Man 3 was a miss, but there were more hits than misses, I would say. Him saying, oh, you can't make a bad movie now. All your movies, literally every one of these Sony movies, if it wasn't for Spider-Man across the Black Man is carrying y'all. If it wasn't for fucking Miles Morales, we wouldn't care about none of these goddamn Sony Marvel movies. Whoever told you to make a spin-off series of Spider-Man villains, it just is stupid. It just doesn't work. You're making movies about yin without the yang. You could at least introduce your own Spider-Man or some shit. Like, it just doesn't make sense, bro. I don't care. Not even Venom is interesting enough for me. He's not to me. I don't care. Iron Man 3 was kind of ass. It was. Venom worked in my opinion. Venom was ass. I know some people liked it, so if you want to argue for it, I'll let you. But me personally, I thought all them Venom movies, the first, second, and the third. The first one is probably the best, but even that one was mid. The third one doesn't exist. Did you peep the link? Let me see. I got it. 2K has officially announced their college basketball game is dropping in early 2026. I mean, this is an update, sort of like we were talking about. Did you not enjoy Morbius? Morbius is the #1 movie on Apple TV for the weekend. And NBA 2K26 launch week, it seems like a good time to share even more incredible news about the future of basketball at 2K. Yes, it's true. We're working on a college basketball experience that will feature more than 100 programs from across the country, from powerhouses to Cinderella stories. Competition fuels quality at all levels, which is why our approach with college basketball ensures our partner schools, college athletes, and our players all benefit. I feel like that's a shot at EA right there. Competition fuels quality. They said EA was afraid to compete. More good news. You won't have to wait long to start seeing your favorite colleges show up in game. We've got big plans for 2027 and beyond, and even a few surprises coming in early 2026. We've proven the quality of basketball experience we can deliver over the years, and we have every intention to bring that same level of quality to college hoops. Ball over everything. The original report said this shit was supposed to be DLC, so I wouldn't get too high of hopes off of this. This could just be NBA 2K26 reskin with college teams. I wouldn't. Let's wait for a trailer. Well, what features is different, you know? As long as they actually go in depth on the franchise or team building modes, I'll be happy. That's what you would need? Okay. Well, what would y'all need from a college 2K game to make it stand out? Because I don't believe they're going to do much different. It's fucking 2K, man. Gonna be fucking... And the irony of like 2K doing college basketballs is going to be full of microtransactions. And the college students aren't going to be able to afford that VC. Who takes it, man? Let's see. We need a very in-depth dynasty mode. That's it. Y'all better tweet that at them. Y'all better put a fucking dynasty mode in that bitch. In depth right now. All right, I'm about to get on the game. Oh, wait, no. Let me go in the sub box real quick and see if there's anything before we get on the game. Sadly, reports say EA college ball isn't happening now. Yeah, we talked about that early. Hell is us review. Instinction Rifts official release date. Never heard of it. My Hero Academia Roblox. All right. What's up, buddy? Got some Silksong, March of the Giants, Call of Duty. New Kroby Cat video. What the hell? Dino Run. Oh, got some Angela gameplay from Marvel Rivals. Nintendo Switch Star Wars Outlaw trailer. Ooh, let me see what that looked like on the Switch too. What's the name of the browser you use? It's called Comet. Got Dying Light the Beast parkour over. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about that. Ghost of Yote gameplay. Hold up. Boom, 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 boom. Football Manager. Yo, who is buying these manager games, bro? Hell is Us launch trailer. All right, let's check out some of these trailers. We're not playing any Full Sail University incoming freshman video games. Roblox My Hero Academia. Who's playing this shit?
I want to be strong so I won't worry people. I want to always win. And save everybody. I want to become the greatest.
Is this a 3D arena fighter? Shout out to Galaxy Greg with the sub. Bro, if you don't turn this shit off. Another 3D arena Roblox fighter, bro. Why do I use Comet? Because it's built by Perplexity. It has Perplexity built into it. I use it for research. Yo, shout out to Radio Raheem with the sub and Gamer Words with the sub. Oh shit, yeah, it's be mad PDF files in this bitch, bro. Fuck that shit. That's the Epstein game. Let's look at Angela gameplay reveal. New character, Marvel Rivals. I'm not playing, but I'll watch.
My birth and past are tainted. I fight to reclaim them each day.
What character type is she? I'm gonna assume she's not a healer. Is she a DPS or oh, she's a flying tank? That's gas. Hold up.
Straight to hell. Glorious! Thoughts and prayers.
Yo, she might be a problem. This kind of gas.
Blessed blades!
Because I've been arguing, I would love to see Rhodey be in the game. War Machine, like a flying tank. But I mean, this is, you know, this is an option too.
To battle! Feathered fury! Now is the time for salvation! Heaven! Fall!
She's doing good damage too. Oh yeah, she might be a problem. Backlining people from up top and shit. She got AoEs. Coordinate an attack from up top. She said, and she's thick. Attack from up top and then swift from the bottom too.
Weaklings! Overconfidence will destroy you.
Flying Vanguard is what people have been asking for since day one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually an interesting character. I might pop into some streams of people I know that are still playing Marvel Rivals. If I see people are having fun with this is a character that actually would make me want to try the game again. That was actually pretty cool. I'm gonna give them their clout. That's a cool character. I fuck with that. The cool animation with her and Daredevil. I'm curious to see how Daredevil plays too. You say that, but never get back on. I'm actually being honest this time. The other times I was lying. Oh shit. 1 second. Said teammate shit coming back. I swear. Switch 2 gameplay, Star Wars Outlaws.
Here we go. It's a big galaxy out there. And I'm gonna risk it all.
Bro, that frame rate dropping, boy.
And I'm gonna risk it all.
Yeah, that frame rate. First of all, it visually looks worse, but the frame rate is dropping. It did. They just showed footage of the frame rate dropping on a high-speed chase, and then they got the nerve to say optimized for the Switch 2. What the fuck? Yo, this is why people hate you, Ubisoft. Fire whoever edited this trailer. This is a terrible edit. A terrible edit.
These are dangerous times.
The Shadow Prince with the sub.
Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy.
It is time we made our move.
As somebody who played it on PC, there's visually this is a serious down. I can see a big difference.
Catch! So, where do we go next?
Anywhere we want, Andy.
Call me closer if you must. I like Outlaws. You allowed to like it. I don't think Outlaws is a bad game. I was talking about just the quality of the Switch 2 port. I think the problem with Star Wars Outlaws is just painfully average. It's not a good or a bad game. I think the problem with Star Wars Outlaws is when I played it, I felt absolutely nothing. There were a couple cool moments in the main story missions, but for the most part, it felt like another Ubisoft game. And I think that's the problem with a lot of Ubisoft games. I just don't feel anything while I play it. It's like I feel like I'm going through the motions. Like, yeah, you're allowed to like it, but I feel like if you played a lot of Ubisoft games, you probably will feel the same way that I feel. I think it depends on what your tolerance towards Ubisoft's open world formula. But like, you know, it was on PC, it ran well, you know, the music was cool. The game was functional, but was it anything mind blowing? No, not really. If I feel nothing, I can't play it. Yeah, when it comes to art, I always like really good stuff or really bad stuff. Like people hated the Ice Cube movie, but like I love shit like that because like it's so fucking bad it's funny. Like it makes me feel, art should make you feel something. That's why they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. If you see a picture and you have nothing to say, that's not good. That's not good art. So you know, yeah, it was you. But for this type of it just didn't make me feel anything. But yeah, cheesy movies. Ghost of Yote gameplay. Oh my lord. I love the vibrancy. The blood all over the fit.
Find me, boy. That's it.
This trailer is just show off she a savage real quick. This is a day one purchase for me. Day one purchase. Absolutely. Day one purchase, man. I know I'm gonna get this game. I don't need another trailer. There's some games where it's like I've seen enough. I might cop just because they add in the lo-fi music. I feel that. I like their games, but I get reviewer fatigue. I would hate to be forced to play every single Ubisoft game. Yeah, I think that's another perspective too. Yeah, because I have to play a lot more games, it's easier for me to be less impressed. And I think people forget that. A lot of times my perspective comes from the fact that I played a lot of this shit. Because everybody want to know my opinion on everything. And I'm like, I just don't have time to play everything. And then Hell Is Us official launch.
What the hell happened here?
Nah, I'm not playing Chronos.
I feel like I'm trapped in some twisted nightmare. I just want to wake up.
Getting Sword of the Sea. I've heard good things about it.
This
is another game that recently released like a couple days ago. I covered it. It's getting good reviews. The average Metacritic I think is like an 8 out of 10. So this is another, another game to play if you're looking for something.
Why come back?
Anyone in my shoes would have done the same.
Look at you, compromised by your emotions.
I think your parlay with Vampire the Masquerade come through. I hope so.
Stop it.
We failed to stop the calamity.
There are always two sides to a story.
This looks alright.
Oh, fucking scumbags!
You pissed off the wrong people.
I heard this game doesn't hold your hand. Same. I heard if you're into open world adventure games where your hand is not held, where basically once you make it to the open world, you kind of just got to figure out what to do. You'll like this game, but I also feel like if you're not into that, it's going to turn you off too.
Don't even try that.
It's a real adventure game, like horror adventure game.
You must continue what we've begun to uncover.
Looks cool to me. Did I play Lost Souls aside? No, I'm not spending my money on mid. You guys are still asking about that fucking game, bro. It doesn't matter how many times I'm right about something. You niggas will still buy mid. It's crazy. Well, wrong button, wrong button.